Hey there. A few years ago, I made a film called Greenland Is Not for Sale. A great deal has happened since then, but one thing has not changed. Greenland is still not for sale. Who would have known? Greenland is actually green. They're quite beautiful. I mean, stunningly beautiful. I mean, it's just absolutely spectacular out here. In a few weeks' time, I'll be leaving for East Greenland, a place I've wanted to reach for years. That desire began during my earlier journey through West Greenland. As I flew over the ice and looked toward the vast, remote eastern side of the country, I remember wondering whether I would ever have the chance to see it for myself. Since then, a great deal has changed. Greenland is suddenly in the news, but often for all the wrong reasons. It's talked about as a territory, as a strategic prize, or as a collection of valuable natural resources. But Greenland is not an empty place waiting to be claimed. It's a homeland. It's a living culture. It's wildlife, ice, mountains, ocean, and one of the most extraordinary natural environments left on Earth. Its future must belong first and foremost to the people of Greenland. Before I travel east, I wanted to return to the footage I made in West Greenland. Not simply because it reminds me of an unforgettable journey, but because it captures the joy, amazement, and wonder that first made me want to return. And perhaps, beneath all the political noise, it can also remind us what is actually at stake. So our last polar adventure for 2024 took us to the west coast of Greenland, to a little town known as Ilulissat, which in order to get to, we had to first fly to Iceland. Now, spending any time in Iceland is always a treat, and of course, I took my camera with me for a stroll around Reykjavik. While I'm normally being kidded by my fellow photographers for all the gear I carry while traveling, I've found, actually, that some of my favorite captures are with a prime 40mm lens, just walking about town, looking for interesting things to capture. The next day, we headed out of Reykjavik to fly to Ilulissat, and the first sight of Disko Bay was just simply spectacular. The airport in Ilulissat, more like a small trailer where your bags are dropped off, was only a few minutes' drive from our hotel, which sat on the mouth of Disko Bay. Fresh snow had fallen that day, and the bay, which had a few icebergs floating in the distance, would soon fill up with the massive chunks of ice that this town is so well known for. After coming off a trip to Svalbard, my hopes of topping that experience were tempered. But as we started to explore the wonders of Greenland, I soon found that this place was perhaps one of the most spectacular places I'd ever been to. I'll let the pictures and video footage speak for itself, so sit back and enjoy. This is incredible.
it going, Art?
Going good.
Don't look back.
Don't hit any whales. Bird.
Okay, I need to pause the video here for an explanation. Yes, that is me driving the boat to Disko Bay. It turns out we picked one of the worst days to take a boat ride across to Disko Island, with huge swells, major wind gusts, and at one point the boat starting to take on water, all the while maneuvering huge skyscraper-sized icebergs in the process. The term Titanic came up more than once, and so I was volunteered to steer the boat while the crew fixed the leak. Fun. Needless to say, we made it in one piece to Disko Island, and we got to explore the amazing Inuit village of Kakaitasui. First impressions on arrival was how unbelievably remote this place was, and the small population of Inuits that live here year-round. Once the winter hits, the only means of transportation is by sled dog. And these amazing Greenlandic huskies, actually more wolf than husky, can be seen and heard in every village we traveled through. The beautiful, colorful homes are throwback to early Greenlandic tradition of color-coding homes by the businesses represented by the inhabitants. And while I avoided taking pictures of the children, it was the Inuit villagers, and especially the children, whose beautiful faces and playful attitudes shined out brightly in contrast to the stark remoteness of these villages. Great morning. Beautiful fog. Beautiful lakes. Amazing hike. Good to be alive. Watching this footage again, I realized that I recorded far more than scenery. I recorded my own astonishment, those moments when the scale and beauty of Greenland made everything else seem very small. West Greenland gave me my first glimpse of this extraordinary part of the world. But even then, I was looking toward the east and wondering what lay beyond the ice. Now, years later, I'm finally going. And I'm not going there to explain Greenland to the world. I'm going to look, to listen, to learn, and to share what I encounter as honestly as I can. In a few weeks, the next part of this journey begins. I hope you'll join me. Till then, keep chasing the light, keep chasing the wonder, and always keep chasing the awe.